The first thing we're going to do is prayer. Our administrator, would you say our prayer? And Commissioner Thomas, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes, sir.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this day, Lord, that you've given us again, that we can come together and do the county's business. God, I just pray that each and everything done here is within your will, and it's the right thing that we're going to do for the citizens of Wayne County. God, your hand has been on us for the whole time I've been here, I know. And Lord, we just know that this meeting is going to be within your control as well. So we pray all these things in your sweet name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If y'all, pull your microphones down. I had a couple complaints at our last meeting. First item is adoption of the agenda. I do have two amendments to the agenda. One came up suddenly in between when we got our books and now, and the other was my fault. I forgot to do it, to put it on the agenda, and it needs to be done this month. One will be Mr. Patrick Parsons, and he will be under public hearings, and we will have executive session for personnel. Does anybody else have any other amendments to the agenda?
I make a move, we approve the agenda.
I second it.
Any comments? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary,
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks.
Yes.
Next item is the approval of the minutes for our regular meeting in April the 14th, 2025.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve the minutes, April 14th.
I'll second that motion. Any comments? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner McCrary,
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks,
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon.
Yes.
Next item is presentation and announcements. We have none. Citizens' concerns, we have none. Public hearing is going to be Mr. Patrick Parsons. If you would come up to the mic, please, sir, and give us the bad news.
I apologize, gentlemen, that I did not get this to you ahead of time. This has been an ongoing situation, even as of today. And you know it's important when I put the official uncomfortable shirt on. And once again, I only come to you when I have to. But in front of you is a comprehensive study of our fleet and the issues that we currently have, including inventory, current locations, and assignment of our fleet, and the condition of our fleet. We technically have 6 trucks in our fleet. If you go to the third page of your booklet, you can see all 6 trucks. You can see the year of the truck, and you can see the odometer reading of our trucks. Our oldest truck being a 2013, with the newest truck being a 2023. Currently, 3 of our trucks are sitting at the county shop. All 3 with catastrophic failures. One being a transmission, one being roughly around $12,000 worth of things that they're finding, and the third one that they're still working on that they're not sure what the problem is. All 3 of them are roughly our oldest trucks. And we're running on 3 Of the 3 trucks that we are running, 2 of our trucks need to go in for service. Med 6 has an engine check light on and has an active oil leak, but I cannot get it in to get it serviced. Med 5 has a rear suspension, easy for me to say, malfunction, but we cannot get that in because we have 3 trucks currently out of service. If you go to the next page, it gives you an outline of the 3 trucks that are out of service and gives you some idea of the issues with those 3 trucks currently. Currently, the national guideline for 911 zone ambulance coverage should have 1 truck for every 10,000 residents. According to the Census Bureau, census.org, the projected citizen projection rate of 2025 for Wayne County is 35,000 people. That is a 2% increase that they projected from the 2020 census that they've done. Meaning we should have 3.5 trucks that we're running for 911. We're currently running 3 for 911. With that, the state of Georgia suggests that we should have 1 backup truck for every 3 trucks that we are running. We currently, in April, started the revenue truck that we talked about when you guys went ahead and approved our budget, or our increase of our staffing and increase of the wages. Currently, I will tell you, we've been only able to staff that truck a week because we went down to 3 trucks, sometimes 2 trucks. Currently, we've had to turn down over 50 runs for that revenue truck because I don't have the trucks to run because we've had 3 catastrophic failures of our trucks. Back in 2021, I know it was a big issue with the county of what we call status 0, meaning no trucks available in the county for 911 calls. Back in April of 2021, we went 94 hours at status 0, meaning no trucks available in the county at all. I will tell you, we have improved that. June 24, we were down to 6 hours. That's incredible. But as our fleet is starting to age, I'm afraid that number is going to start to creep up. Today, I will tell you, the crews are turning those wheels. We twice today went to status 0 just because we just didn't have enough trucks to respond to the number 911 calls that just kept cranking out today. If you look at the fleet age, back in 2014, we did a great job. We had no trucks over the age of 5 years old. 2020, we started to creep up. And today, we have 2 trucks that are less than 10 years old, with 4 trucks over the age of 10 years old. So if you look at the national survey of EMS systems, no truck should be over the age of 4.8 years or over the mileage of 163,833 miles for a frontline 911 service truck. After that, they should be put back into reserve status for another 3 to 4 years. So technically, a truck and a 911 service should only have a lifespan of 7 years at most, or an average of 200,000 miles. If you flip over to the next page, you'll see what our trucks look like. Med 1 is over 150,000 miles. Med 2 should be retired and is creeping up on that 350,000 mile mark. Med 3 should be retired. It is over that 250,000 mile mark. Med 1 is over that 250,000 mile mark and should be retired. And then, of course, Med 5 and Med 6, our 2 newest trucks, are fine. The other problem that we are having is really being able to identify our fleet management data system. In the very back of your book, you do have what we were able to obtain in the way of repairs of all our fleets from 2016. Now, it's not completely correct. We are aware of that. But with this new system that we're going to within EMS, we, on the EMS side, are gonna be able to keep better track of our own maintenance and be able to keep track of what's been done and what's not been done. So what we are suggesting currently is we need to be able to retire Med 2, Med 3, and Med 4. These are the trucks that are constantly going out of service and having the catastrophic failures. We do have one truck currently ordered that you guys all voted on that is currently being built. Now, we originally had a time frame of that being finished of this year. Unfortunately, like everybody else, they got hit by the hurricane, and that truck got pushed back 2 months. We will have that truck in February. I have been given an opportunity to purchase 2 more ambulances. Another department has backed out of their build. These trucks are currently being built right now. They will be done. One will be done in December of this year. One will be done in January. So that would give us 3 brand new trucks, December, January, and February. This opportunity does not come, and if we don't jump on this, these trucks will probably be sold tomorrow. The only reason they're being held for us is because I garnered a relationship with a gentleman, and he's kind of not put these out to the public as of yet. So our proposal is to purchase, my proposal, I'm sorry, is to purchase 2 2025 Ford 450 mid-duty 4x4 ambulance from Safe Industries to replace our aging fleet. You can turn and you'll see some pictures of what the ambulance will look like. This is not the ambulance itself, but these are what the ambulances will look like once they are finished built. And to go ahead, let's just go ahead and get to the HERT. The 2025 ambulances, they're $348,800. Let's try that again. $348,800 a piece. Now, the department that did not, or the department that backed out of the contract with them did not order the autoloader and cot. So we will have to purchase an autoloader and cot for each one of them. That will be $72,574. Now, I did add a Lucas device. A Lucas device is an automatic CPR machine.
Do you have all these totals added up, or do
Yes,
I
sir.
need to add them?
Nope.
Right here.
They're right there.
One quick question on this auto loader.
Yes, sir.
The old trucks that we're talking about were retiring, did they have auto loaders?
No,
on them?
sir.
Okay, that's my question, go ahead.
No, sir. And usually, which is kind of surprising that this company did order them, because that's really becoming the standard
Standard, yep.
of this. Now, the Lucas device is the automatic CPR. We have these, but we have them, the ones we have are old, they're breaking down, and we're gonna have to either put money into fixing them or replacing them. And fixing them, we're looking at upwards to $16,000 to $20,000 to fix them. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the ones that we've got are off-brand, generic, and it's almost be worth to just replace them.
They wouldn't be worth repairing, putting in reserve status.
No, sir. No. I mean, we can buy $20,000 versus putting $20,000 into repairing them.
And they wouldn't be able to be put on the front line on, I guess, an ALS truck because of the age isn't that what you told us before?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So per truck, you're looking at $442,200.20. For the 2 trucks that are available would be $884,400.40. With those 2 trucks plus the 3rd truck that we have built, that would give us 3 brand new frontline trucks at the end of this year, first of next year. With Medic 6 would then be transferred, which is the truck that was built in 2023. That would be moved into our revenue truck. And then we'd have Med 5, which is the 2020 truck. And then Med 1, which would be our oldest truck, that technically should be retired. But Med 1 would be our oldest truck in our fleet, would be our 2 reserves truck. would bring us our fleet at least up to standard, and we would have reliable trucks to run in the county for our people.
Can it be run as a BLS truck and for the transfer?
Well, that's what Med 6 would be. Med 6, the 2023 truck would be the transfer truck.
But it being, we can't use one of the older trucks to do transports because they're non-emergent?
Well, you really want to keep your older trucks as your reserve trucks because it keeps that mileage down off of them. And that's the whole purpose, to extend the life of your older trucks, is put them in reserve because they're used less, and it keeps that mileage and wear and tear off of them versus having them used every day. Because that's the issue with our trucks right now, is that we run our trucks 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, I mean, they're constantly going, and it's wear and tear on these trucks. And it's just, we've had trucks that are 12 and 15 years old. And so by putting your older trucks in reserve, it allows them to rest and not having that constant wear and tear on them versus your newer trucks that can take that wear and tear. And then eventually, once we get our fleet to where we are, I need to establish with the board a constant replacement of every 5 years of at least one truck. So we have that continuity of a constant fleet that we can rely on.
Okay.
What, that one we're having built right now, what chassis is that?
That's a CVC chassis. It's an international.
International?
Mhm.
Is it diesel?
Yes.
These Ford trucks, are they diesel
No,
or
they
gas?
will be gas.
They will be gas.
So the December and January trucks are gas,
Yes, sir.
compared to the February truck, which we've already authorized as diesel.
Yes, sir.
Is there a mileage difference in gas and the diesel as far as life?
Really, you're looking at 300 miles, really, either way, on a chassis, 300,000 miles on a chassis, if you're talking about just a normal road truck. But once again, a standard EMS standard, you're looking at 250 is really the highest you want to go on either diesel or gas when it comes to truck. But the good things, and remember when I stood up here about the chassis or the truck from Frazier, which is the truck we're being built, just like that truck, we can remount that box. These two boxes can be remounted as well, which is gonna save us in the long run. So instead of buying whole new ambulances, we can just buy a chassis, put that box on the new chassis.
Provided they don't change it.
Oh, no, it's just making sure that, and I'm gonna be honest with you, boxes don't change that much. A box is a box.
I'm talking about the chassis.
Oh, no, because if you understand that, when they talk about a truck chassis, yeah, that front part is a truck, but there's elongated,
C-channels.
C-channels attached to it. So no matter what that chassis up front is, the C-channels will always be accessible to whatever box it is.
But we can't use any of the boxes off the old truck?
That's
I
what I was
wouldn't.
gonna ask.
I wouldn't. I'm telling you, because we have a lot of custom work boxes, and if you sit in the back of those trucks and go down the road, you can literally watch that box bend and move. They're not quality made, they're not safe, and some of those boxes are as old as the chassis themselves, and usually you replace the box after 10 years.
Patrick, I can't remember how long ago it's been, we voted to put auto loaders in some of these trucks. The ones that you're recommending to retire, have we put auto loaders in those?
Nope, these are the older trucks.
I wonder how much reimbursement we get from running these units. You got any idea?
The reimbursement?
Yeah.
For
from
this
in-
year, I have not received any
Yeah.
numbers this year as far as reimbursement.
You mean the
Last year-
revenue?
Talking about revenue?
The revenue,
from-
last year, we were almost at, well, at the end numbers I got, we were right about 1.2, with still $500,000 outstanding from the year. I have not received mid-year numbers yet.
Mr. Drawley, where would the money come from?
Lost.
It'd have to come from loss right now. The idea was when Patrick first come with the initial proposal, and y'all agreed to build the one truck, purchase it, build the one truck, and then we signed a letter of intent that, that would probably come due at the time we were thinking around 2026. So the first truck, the one that's being built now that we've got money set aside for, was out of SPOS 4. So the thinking was that by 2026, we would have enough funds available in SPOS 5 to pay for that truck. But right now, we do not. We do not have enough funds in SPOS 5, so it'd have to come at a loss.
And my goal was to hold off, but when we had 3 catastrophic failures, and I just don't think we can wait. I think we're at the point that and trucks like these don't come along.
Well, and
Or
we
fall
were,
in our lap.
Commissioner Thomas remembers when we purchased the first one.
Yeah.
It's been a year ago now, hadn't it? And it was promised then, and now it's gonna be later than that, so.
But I'm gonna be honest with you that, part of that's the business, but when they got hit with a hurricane, I mean, we still got people out here with trees in their,
Okay.
you know, I mean, they can't do anything about their production when their production was offline for 3 or 4 months because of hurricane damage. I mean, they come to me and say, oh, we're just behind. I can get mad at them and say, no, we're not. But when they're down production for 3 or 4 months because of hurricane damage, but they're telling me we're gonna have our truck 2 months later, even though they were down 4 months, I think that's a win.
So we expected to buy 2 new trucks?
We have a choice. We can do nothing and let them struggle through until
So,
February.
My thing is this, we need to address this at budget. I mean, we don't have that money. Are we having problems with maintenance on the trucks?
I mean, like a transmission and stuff like that, you know how parts are hard to get.
Are our people not able to keep up with that? Do we need to subcontract that out somewhere, or what?
It's a good
I-
question,
I-
obviously.
It is a good question, Commissioner. And, I mean, obviously, we're not able to keep up with it at this time because one thing the maintenance shop knows is that when an ambulance comes in, it gets top priority. I think, and Patrick obviously has kept me informed on these issues. And I think they got it fixed, went to start it, the starter burned up, so they had to wait on the starter to come in. And as these issues come up, it's just a matter of getting them fixed like anything else. I mean, I think the most important issue is when Patrick talks about it being a catastrophic failure. If it's something simple, you know, they can fix it and get it out of the shop. But when you're talking about a transmission, now you're talking about getting the transmission in here, having to order it and getting it in, and then however long it takes to take the old transmission out and put a new one in.
Yeah, we need to think another way. And when it comes to trucks, I mean, I don't know, I'm partial to diesel. I know they last a long time and they're reliable.
I know one of the issues we do have that's been relayed to me in reference to the county shop was leaning towards just getting gas ambulances because I think they are a little bit more adept at working on gas engines than they are diesel. As you well know, you know, we up the salaries in our mechanics and stuff, but a good diesel.
Mechanics.
Well, but that's easier said than done because of the pay that we pay our county employees. And we can, and to address another part of your question, I mean, we do often shop it out because I know we use Roberts out of Savannah, but they charge. Yeah, anytime, I think Kevin McReady can tell you, when we send stuff to Roberts for diesel over there, it's expensive. But, I mean, you know, you get what you pay for.
And we have sent it out to the dealerships, either when the shop either can't handle it or.
Dealers always gonna charge you more. I was thinking about some other mechanic shop we got right here.
My biggest concern is right now we're down to 3 trucks.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have 3.5. We've got 3 with catastrophic, and all 3 of them are the old ones, and it seems to, you know.
In your mic.
In my, I'm sorry. So that's my biggest concern right now. And my second biggest concern is how we're gonna pay for it. And I understand the urgency of it about having these, if you don't jump on this right now, you lose your spot. I understand the concerns about the gas versus the diesel. I understand the concerns about our people being able to work on the gas more than they are on the diesel because we don't have enough, we don't pay our people to can afford a diesel mechanic. That was one of the reasons why we upped up our maintenance fees, pay. So my question, my question is, we talked about, we know the first truck come out of SPOS 4, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, and SPOS 4 currently has $5 million in it. So why, are we saying that we cannot use, is that money not been allocated?
No, it has been
It has
allocated.
been.
Yeah,
So all $5 million of this dollars has been
Yes.
allocated to other projects?
Yes.
Gotcha. That was my first question. So now we gotta go to SPOS, is where we're talking about.
5.
If we decide to do this.
well, no. If y'all did it today, or by this sometime here in the next future, you'd have to do it through lost.
Loss, right.
But
And with,
Commissioner Hopkins, I will tell you this, if we don't move on this today, I understand. If we would order these 2 ambulances, we're looking at 36 months
I know.
before we take ownership.
I understand. We were promised to have this other one in 25, and now it's gonna be February 26. I understand. And that's beyond our control.
and if Commissioner, if I could just give you a little bit more information, I think that would help y'all. If you recall, in the last budget cycle, the commission chose not to raise the millage, but lower the millage. And we were able to do that because we took right at, I think, $2.3 million is what we plan on using out of our lost account. Now, that was gonna leave us with a little bit of a cushion, and without looking back on it, I was thinking $400,000 or $500,000. But now that cushion was from what our ordinance says that we have to keep all time. So, I mean, the money's there. It's just the only thing that would happen is if at the point that the clerk starts drawing money out of our lost account to cover our budget year, when she starts doing that, once it drops down to, and I was thinking it was around $7 million, it's $7 million and some change. Once it drops down below that number, it triggers, and it's nothing more than just kind of an accounting issue with the board. I forget what it's called now off the top of my head, but basically what it'll do is it'll trigger a period where we will have to come up with just a program showing how we're going to replace that money to get back above that $7 million mark. Does that make sense?
But we
So-
can't commingle funds.
But, and that's what I was going to say, Chairman. The problem is,
Now, in the past, is that when we had borrowed money and we don't have to borrow money anymore?
no, yeah, that's right. And that's why we're keeping that $7 million cushion, is because we don't have to,
But that's something that we chose to do as a
yes,
cushion.
yes,
Not a requirement, but as a cushion,
Yes.
so that we don't get ourselves into having to go borrow money again.
yes.
Recommended.
It's
Yeah.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
CCG to keep for 6 months to run this county.
That's correct. And so that's what I was just saying. I was wanting to make you aware that y'all can do it. It's just, it's gonna trigger that act of where the board just has to sit down and just say, okay, over the next 3-4 months, we're gonna build that loss back up. Now, the only other point I wanted to add is what Chairman McCrary brought up, which was, just for y'all's knowledge, if we spend the money out of lost, that's the general fund, so that money's gone. We can't then tell Patrick, okay, the money we were gonna spend on the second ambulance out of SPOS 5, we can't take that SPOS 5 money and put it in the general fund. Yeah, I just wanted y'all to understand that. That's right.
These ambulances have to be paid for when you commit to the order.
No, upon taking ownership.
Okay.
So
So
all we
would
gotta
we-
do, all we
Any
do
kind of
is,
deposit or anything?
Would we have the
It'd be-
money in
it'd be a
SPOS
PO.
5 then?
it'd be a PO
Probably not.
and then just
No.
signing the contract with them.
Yeah, because if you pulled the trigger tomorrow, Patrick, when do you think delivery would take place?
Late December and mid-January is what they're telling me.
I mean, the clerk and I can run the numbers. We might be close on one, but I don't know. I don't
To
know.
take it out of SPOS 5?
Yeah, out of SPOS 5.
If it's generated
Who agreed
enough.
on the new truck? Were you on board before we did the budget or after?
I was here, but I did not do the budget. The acting
Well, and I think that's what he's talking about, the 5-year plan.
Yeah.
Kinda like the road department has with a lot of their
Those
equipment,
trucks
and
is
it's
not
been,
running now, how soon can we get them running?
He's talking about the three that's currently in.
Yeah.
do we have any time frame on when
estimated
they'll be
time back on the
operational, or
road?
you can get the parts, or,
The three,
yeah,
we got one that's been out of commission for 6 months. The one that's got the transmission, they're waiting on the transmission to show up, and it just depends on the, shop to put it in. And then the other one's waiting on parts as well. I mean,
Well,
I've talked with the shop, I've talked with Timmy, I've talked with Wiley. Paul's talked with Timmy and Wiley. They know the importance of getting these trucks up and running.
Mr. Administrator, can you light a match on somebody over there?
Well, I mean, Commissioner, we've tried, I mean, there's just so much that they can do. I mean, if they don't have the parts and can't fix them, they can't fix them. And, all right, go ahead.
Go ahead. What if we, you know, it's a concern to me, we got 3 trucks now that's running out there that's got, you know, issues, and we can't even bring them in to do general maintenance on them. So, I mean, you know, I understand this is something, it's out of everybody's control. We're in a situation, and we've got to make a decision tonight, you know, whether we want to get, I'm up for, maybe what if we just did 1 truck? We got the February truck, maybe we do the December truck, and we did all said that maybe Loss, you would come up with at least enough for 1 truck. Is that what I heard you say? You think you
no,
can
with
make
SPOS 5.
Well, SPOS 5, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, there's a possibility. We'd have to run the numbers on that to see what we're currently bringing in and whether or not we would have enough by then.
So if we did 1 truck, partially would be paid for by SPOS 5, and the rest would have to come out of Loss, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
So 1 truck, you know, with the situation that we're currently in, you know what I mean? I mean, people, you call the ambulance, we want somebody picked up. I
Yeah.
mean, let's think about where we're at here. And I mean, I know we gotta be good stewards of taxpayers' money, but we're in a pickle right now. Cause you got 2 more trucks, and you said you were in 24, June of 24, we went 6 hours without having a truck available, which is a lot better than what we did in the past. I'm just throwing my thoughts out there. Maybe 1, you know, 1 truck chair or something, consider, I don't know.
Well,
I mean, you know, and maybe try to get the transmissions on these other 3, and where you can at least get some of these other ones that's currently having issues, get them in and get maintenance on them so that we don't do any more damage that is, you know, I don't know what the issue is on the trucks that we got running.
Now, we got one that's got an oil leak.
Oil leak is fine.
That we need to fix.
Right.
And then the other one's a suspension issue.
Well,
I don't wanna go backwards. We financially stable right now, I don't wanna go backwards, and, if our people can't find we need to find somebody to find a transmission. All these junkyards around here. Get it running.
I agree. I mean, we have to get those trucks running, cause at the earliest, we're looking at December getting
Oh,
one of
that's right.
these,
We're
so.
gonna have to limp along till the end of the year.
No, they need to,
Either way, we have to limp along.
we need to find parts so we can get them and you don't have to limp along. And I think that's what they're saying is that Paul's gotta get the torch out and we gotta find the parts so we can get them in here and get those other ambulances fixed until we can get this. And, I mean, I see what everybody's saying. Commissioner Thomas is talking about the diesel engine. I would rather have that. But if you order one of those now, it's gonna be a long time before we get one. And I think,
Time's not our friend right now.
yeah, that's right. And we do have a service to render, and if we don't have the trucks to do it.
And once again, this was something I was gonna bring up to you all for next year's budget, was to start, but when we had, like I said, the 3 catastrophic failures on the 3 oldest trucks, this kind
Gotcha.
of,
Yep. Thrown in your lap.
yes.
Yep, I got you. All right, so that's the 3 options we have. Do nothing, purchase 1 truck, or purchase 2 trucks at this time. I'll open the floor for a motion.
Now, we can also, before we do a motion, we can take the Lucas devices out, and I can them out now, please know that they're gonna show back up
For your
in my
budget.
My budget talks.
And that, are they gonna be okay until
We
January
can limp along.
or possibly, I mean, limp along means we're good or limp along?
We can survive till
Okay.
next budget.
Well, I'm just thinking that at that point, we may have some SPOS money or when they have to be exchanged and we can use the SPOS 5 instead of our reserve from lost.
So we just need to take the 20,000, so that'll be 422, well, it'll be actually less than that.
Yes, sir.
Get to my calculator, guys, sorry.
$422,220.20 if it's 20,000. Are you talking about 40,000 each?
$53 is what the, subtract from the cost of the truck. Because the Lucas device is $20,853.
So yeah, it'd be
Take that from $442.
Yeah, it'd be 421.
Yeah.
347.
421,347,00.
Yes, sir. It's 20 cents.
Okay.
I'll throw the 20 cents in.
Sir?
I'll throw the 20 cents in.
Thank you.
And that's just dropping the Lucas device.
Yeah. For one truck.
And that's the battery powered that does the chest compressions? Okay.
So yes, that would be for one truck.
Is there any place you can lease a unit, like in Jacksonville or Atlanta? Have you ever heard of that?
I'm telling you right now, ambulances are at a premium.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm just wondering.
Even renting one would be, if we could find one to rent it, would
Yeah.
probably not be efficient.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I could look into it for you, but it would be hard to find one to rent or to lease.
Well, either way, if we could find one, we need it now. If we're waiting on parts, we still need it to be able
Now,
to.
we do have an agreement with Golden Isles, that we can pull the trigger on, that if we go down to where we're gonna be down to 2 trucks, a long period of time, that we can rent one from them. And we did pull that the other day, pull the trigger, and so we had that to where we could go back up to 3 trucks for the county. And then the shop was able to get us our 3rd truck back pretty quickly. Sorry, I'm getting people listening in, sending me notes. It's distracting me. But we do have that with Golden Isles, so if we do go to where we're gonna go down, I can at least call Golden Isles to at least run a 3rd truck, temporarily. So we do have a agreement with them.
Okay.
But a long-term rental, I would have to check into.
Patrick, last week, was it ACCG conference? Stopped by a booth at the EMS, whereas they come into a county, they take over the EMS, they supply the trucks, they keep the manpower that we have. Have they contacted you?
No, sir.
Have they contacted?
They have contacted me and I'm gonna get with him this week and hopefully we can all sit down and figure out if it's gonna be beneficial for the county or not.
Is this a private service?
I think it is. Yeah, I'm not positive.
They're not private, they're nationwide. They're a big outfit. They just took on Detroit, Michigan, lots of cities that he named. They do large cities and small cities or counties. And I just thought it was interesting, but I don't know a lot about it. He was gonna make some phone calls.
And Mike talked to him, or I didn't talk to him very much at all, but he did call me and he's gonna call me tomorrow.
Okay.
So maybe we can set up a time and we can look at that. But either way, right now, we need to deal with the issue at hand, what we need to do, and hopefully we can go that route as Commissioner Gordon was talking about. If nothing else, maybe we can get some help from them until. So you're wanting to make the motion for one truck, and hopefully we can pay for it out of SPOS 5 at the end of the year? Nobody likes this decision. I mean, it's as you would say, kicking the can down the road. Obviously, we've been doing it for years and years, and we should have been keeping up. And I thank you for bringing this to our attention and also getting us a 5-year plan so this isn't sprung on us.
We need to be proactive and start getting them in there, but
Well, this is, I hate spending this kind of taxpayer dollars, but this is a necessity
Yes.
that, you know, been hearing horror stories here lately about fire trucks can't get water to the fires and different things, and, you know, we cover EMS or EMS for the whole county, and we can't drop the ball on this. I'll make a motion that we buy one truck,
421.
and, yeah, for $421,247.20. Hopefully we can use Splash 5, but for now, we got to put it on loss.
Well, we can commit to
And I
that
second
truck.
And I second that motion.
Okay.
Thank you, Mike.
By the way, lost is a local option sales tax. It's,
And that's a tax that can be used for lowering the millage rate, and that's why we don't want to dip into that fund, because when it gets below $7 million, that's the threshold to where we can't sustain the county throughout the year without that money in case we did have some catastrophic event or whatever. And that's Commissioner Thomas is talking about. He doesn't want to go backwards. We don't want to get to where we don't have that cushion to be able to run the county on and have to start back borrowing with a TAN, which is about a line of credit that we have to use. We've used it for the last 2 years is the only time we have not used it, and since Commissioner Thomas was here when they
31
invented the
years.
commission.
been borrowing that money for 31 years.
That's right. So we don't want to get back in that situation. So, any more comments?
I think we do need to look at, whatever the problem is with finding parts, our maintenance people, y'all better find parts somewhere.
Okay.
Should match on somebody.
So this will be for the December truck, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
yeah, somebody somewhere's got a transmission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to know how much revenue comes in from these ambulances.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it'd be my suggestion to take that revenue and put it into a fund to buy the next truck down the road. And I don't know how we do it. I don't know how you keep the books if it's even possible,
Well,
but
it's on your
it's-
budget report.
it's right
It's
here.
on your budget report, and
Okay.
it comes into the general fund.
And it comes in as revenue.
but it goes into the general fund.
That's right.
But
Yes.
it's not a money-making
It's,
department.
I'm also looking at, we got one of the best road departments in the state.
Yes.
They have the same problem with equipment. They find a way to get it done.
Okay.
all right, any more? We good? Everybody temporarily happy?
Not happy.
Well,
Happy as you can be. I
That's
mean,
right. Well,
We're not talking about a road grader, we're talking about an ambulance
we-
inside the desk. So, I mean, it's a whole different ballgame.
we took this job to make sure that the money was spent wisely, and I think this is a wise spend to make sure that this service continues.
It's gonna be even
Our
wiser to make
administrator.
sure we get them lined up, so we'll.
That's right, and that's what he's
In this
talking about, a
situation,
5-year plan. That's why we have you in here, and we thank you for bringing this to our attention and letting us know, and hopefully, when your budget comes up, we'll have your 5-year plan, and we shouldn't have a problem. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Hopkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks,
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCreary.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners, for your support.
And as I say, we don't like to have this stuff sprung on us, but we had no choice. Sometimes we have to do that. Next item, old business, Board of Health, Laurel West, resigned with term expiring 12/31/29. And it was tabled from the April 14th meeting. And this does have to be
She at large or?
It's got to be a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner.
Oh, okay.
you put that out there, did we get anybody?
Yes, in y'all's book, I've, Carrie Starling, that's on the Board of Health, the chairman for this year, came by the office to see me, and she had, spoken to someone, and they recommended, Kara Scott. I reached out to Kara, and she, is interested and willing to serve.
Okay, that's good.
And she works at Dr. Collop's office.
Good.
Kara. what?
Kara Scott.
It's in your old business.
Okay.
If Kara Starling recommend, I know she's all right.
So, do we have a motion to appoint Kara
I have a
Scott?
motion.
I'll second it.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Any more comments? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks,
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCreary,
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins.
Yes.
I'm on that board too, and that's an important board, so that's good. Be surprised what the health department do.
Next item under new business, tax commissioner, to consider resolution delegating authority to the tax commissioner to waive certain penalties or interest as allowed by OCGA 48-5-242.
This, I promise, will be my last one.
I don't believe that.
What this is a case-by-case basis.
Into the microphone, please. I'm sorry.
It's a case-by-case basis. I don't touch interest because I would have to go to the school board as well, get them to approve it. What it is if people come in to pay the bill in full, that's when I present, I can take the penalty off. It's maybe, I think it's 5% is what I get charged every 120 days, up to 20%. But that's the only time that I touch penalty, interest, I will not touch.
Okay. And this is something that's been done in the past.
Yes.
Yep, and she's just getting the resolutions up to date because of her term beginning. So I make a motion that we approve her authority.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Any more comments, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Franks,
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCreary,
Yes,
Commissioner Hopkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas.
Yes.
thank you, Ally. Road Superintendent Kevin McReady. Consider approved lawnmower bids. I'll give you a little bit of a background on this. You know, when I saw this, I said, we just bought them a brand new lawnmower. What's
I done
going on?
tore it up.
Yep, done tore it up, run it off in the pond. No, there was a discrepancy in the estimates that we received, so they put it back out for bid, due to extensive circumstances. We didn't want to hold them to that bill or to that estimate, so we put it back out for bid. We got 3 bids in. The lowest bid was from Quick Cut, and it's $15,839, and it's $394 down from what we approved it for before. Is that correct?
No,
No.
actually, the low
Quick
bid
Cut
of
is
last time was the Tate's, which was $14,759.
Okay.
They upped their bid by $1,080, so their new bid was $15,839. Ag Pros last bid was $15,642.99. They rebidded it and went down $162, and the new bid is $15,480.99. And then Quick Cut, the bid last month was $15,839. They went down $394, and it's $15,445.
Okay, so that's what the number we'll be looking at is 15,445, and it's
Yep.
$394, and this comes less than what the previous was, and this will be,
Price on a smaller mower. It wasn't what we was asking for.
Right.
The son done the bidding, the daddy's in a situation like Buddy's been in.
Right.
And he said,
Have
I
y'all
just
dealt
know
with that
they
company
got it.
before?
Sir,
We dealt with that company before?
I don't think I
he did look at some with this one,
Yes.
with the new
Bless you,
one, and
Bob.
we have dealt with them a good bit, and he heard nothing but positive
I
from
wanna know if they're reliable.
their maintenance, and
I'd rather have reliability than.
that's right, I agree.
I make a motion that we, accept the bid for $15,445 for Quick Cut.
Are any of these companies from Wayne County?
No.
No.
I second.
Okay, motion and a second. This is coming out of ARP, correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay. Any more comments? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary,
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Item C, consider and approve amending the animal control ordinance. The question that arose was the hard number that we had in that ordinance when we changed it the last time. The new language that's put in there is from a hard number to a, more or less the care you can give for the animal to make sure that they are caring for the animals and they are able to care for the animals. And we are here to consider and approve that language that we changed in that ordinance.
The way I understand it, there's still a number in there.
No, sir, there's
No.
not.
No.
No, it's just for,
Okay.
to make sure. You want me to go into it?
Yeah, read that new part, if you
Yeah,
don't
read the new
mind.
part.
You
Y'all
want me to read
read it? Which one of y'all wants to read it?
I'll read it if you want me to. Section, oh, I'm sorry. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah,
Commissioner?
third paragraph's what I'm talking about. On the ordinance, on the,
Enforcement process or where?
No, on E.
Yeah, section 6-7E. It shall be a violation of this ordinance for any person to possess or maintain a number of pets that exceeds their capacity to provide humane care as defined in section 6-1, resulting in conditions indicative of animal hoarding such as neglect, malnutrition, unsanitary conditions, or a nuisance as defined in section 6-1. Consistent with standards of care under OCGA 411-2, pet animal welfare, and OCGA 1612-4, cruelty to animals, animal hoarding is characterized by an accumulation of pets beyond the owner's ability to ensure their welfare, leading to adverse impacts on the animals or public safety as recognized under state law. Factors including adequate shelter, food, water, veterinary care, and the prevention of excessive noise or odor shall guide the assessment. And then when it goes down, it details out the enforcement process. Number one is upon complaint or observation of potential violations, animal management officers acting within the county's authority under OCGA 4822 shall conduct an initial inspection to assess the welfare of the animals and property conditions. If a violation is suspected, the owner shall receive a written notice detailing the issues in reasonable time frame, not less than 7 days, to correct them. Unless immediate animal suffering or public safety risks require faster action per OCGA 1612-4D, emergency intervention. Number three, a follow-up inspection shall occur after the correction period. If conditions are resolved, no further action is taken. If unresolved, officers may issue a citation to the magistrate court under section 6-12, OCGA 1510-60, impose fines or order impoundment of excess animals under section 6-9, or require a reduction in pet numbers to a manageable level to ensure compliance with this ordinance and state law. Number 4 is owners may appeal citations to the magistrate's court within 15 days of issuance as per section 1612B. The exceptions of this provision include any hunting dog kennels registered through the Georgia Department of Natural Resources or kennel, pet dealer, animal shelter, equine stable, bird and poultry dealer, feral hog facility, or commercial beekeeper licensed through the Georgia Department of Agriculture per OCGA 4-11-3.
I'm sorry, Mr. Drawley, what I was referring to is actually the email that we got in our book
Stating
from you.
why we
Oh,
were
okay.
changing it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, all of this will be posted on our webpage, correct?
Yes.
So if anybody wants to read that in further detail, it will be there.
Chairperson.
Yes, sir.
Make a motion that we adopt this revision.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any more comments? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner McCrary?
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Franks?
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon?
Yes.
D, consider and approve crypto ordinance. We've all had a chance to read through these. Several of us have spoken in depth on these. And really, these are just rules and regulations that we're trying to set forth to protect the county and the citizens from not just this, but to give us a way that we can control what comes into our county with us not having a zoning law. We are left wide open, and I'm afraid that we would be remiss not to pass an ordinance like this to at least give us the chance, or code enforcement or whoever, to look at it and give us the option to accept or decline this depending on the rules that we have. Does anybody want to make a motion on the, to consider and approve the crypto ordinance?
I'll make that motion.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments?
Yeah, it's just another way to protect the citizens of Wayne County. These mining operations have a lot of noise, and it just provides us a way to protect the citizens from having a mining company coming on top of them. So I think it's a good order.
Also, the amount of power that they pull.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine the look on their face when they come to this county and they say, we have no zoning laws and we have no ordinance against that. They're like, oh, free, we can go anywhere we want to. And this is one of the things that we have to protect the citizens from any of that.
I might add too, Mr. Chairman, that at some time we will have to address that issue of land use management. Maybe as something everybody can live with. It's just like the homeless ordinance. We didn't have one.
Right.
And we didn't have one. Everybody came. We got one. Everybody left.
Yep, that's right.
Well, I just want to say thank you to Paul and I don't know if it was you, Kevin, or who, but I know that Paul got ahead of this and got with other counties, and there were some issues, and a lot of other counties didn't even want these people to come in because of the issues with the power requirements.
Some have
and
shut
the
theirs
noise.
down.
They shut theirs down, so
Yep.
appreciate that for looking ahead, because this, like Kevin said, this could be, they could come in here to they could set up 3 or 4 on each end of the county. And there's nothing we can say if they own the property.
That's just like us not addressing the solar panel issue.
That's right.
That's right.
And we're doing it one at a time.
Exactly.
And, that's fine as long as you're ahead of it. But
Yeah.
when it's going to get us is when we're behind it and we don't know about it.
True.
Had they come in and they heard we don't have a zoning or any kind of ordinance, if they had come in then, we wouldn't have a leg to stand on.
I try to finesse, just like we used to say trailers, we have to say manufactured homes. I try to say land use management. I try not to use the Z word.
That's
a bad
right.
That's
word,
right.
man.
I like the way it.
Well, I really think we need to look at it,
Yes.
because of, even the farmers,
Yeah,
solar farms.
yeah.
They don't take up wooded areas, they take up farmland because it's already cleared. All right, we have a motion and a second.
Yes.
Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Hopkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks,
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary.
Yes. All right, E, consider and approve intergovernmental agreement with District Attorney's Office for Victims Advocate position. We sent an IGA, and, did everybody get their copy? It was brought up at the last, he sent over, he asked for the copy. We sent, Andy typed it up in detail, very detailed, and he sent back this 2-paragraph IGA.
That was at y'all's position.
Yeah,
Do what?
I placed a copy of it at y'all's position, if you wanted to read it. But it's obviously different than the one that's in your book. The one that's in your book is the one that the county attorney drew up.
I have a problem with it because we were asked, Mr. Beaver, is that correct? You were asked to type one up?
I think we had a meeting with the district attorney and, everybody kind of agreed I was gonna type up the.
That's right, and then, it just, I don't know. I would like to table it myself.
Motion?
Sir,
You need a motion?
that's, yes, sir, or I can make the
Make
motion.
sure we table it.
Okay,
I second.
okay. Any more comments? That'll give us a chance to read over this and look through it and find detail and make sure there's not something left out because, what was it, 4 or 5 pages, Andy? He gets long-winded in these things, but they all have important words in them, and we want to make sure that this at least has the most significant terms that we want in it. So, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks,
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary,
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins.
Yes.
Next item, consider and approve stone stabilization for C.C. Jones Road. You see the figures, I guess, Mr. Elton, did you get those up? We have the figures for that road, and it's 1,050 feet. This is on an incline 20 degrees or more. It's a
Pretty good incline, and it's, heavy clays in that area. You can't put sand on it because it won't stay.
That's right, it just washes off because of the
Stone, let's say
incline.
they're elevated ditching in line with the ditches, but when you pull the ditches, you pull the stone back on the road, so it's a pretty long-term fix. We put it on several roads back 20 to 22 years ago, and we still got pretty good roads in this.
I know Commissioner Gordon and I rode down that road when it was in fairly decent shape, and it was not in, I mean,
Dry weather's a great road.
that's right, yeah. When it gets wet,
It's impassable.
yes, sir.
Typical car with that.
I got a call from a constituent that lives on that road, and he's been pretty busy pulling people out of the ditch. And, I think this rock would help, keep that road in better shape, at least from sliding going up that hill.
And that price is for 257 tons, at $14,392.
Yes, and that's material along with the road department furniture, all the work.
Okay,
I'd like to make the motion. Are you
Okay.
open the floor?
I'll
What?
second it. Any more comments? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Franks,
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary,
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins.
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas.
Yes.
Do we already have that stone on hand, or we have?
No. Purchase will get delivered. What we do need is probably 6 weeks to be able to get to that realistically. We've got this other project going on out there. We're getting pretty close to winding it up.
Are y'all still mucking?
We're still looking. And
that originally 2 acres y'all were mucking out? Or that was just in the middle of the industrial park?
This, we did the industrial park some time back. This the acreage right there.
For the road?
Right.
Okay.
The road, and it was planned some good while back, but we just haven't had you just gotta shut down and go in there and do it.
Right.
And commissioners, I'll tell you, I rode out there last week with Mr. McReady, or week before, it might have been. I was pretty amazed. I mean, it was, the whole time, I knew they were out there mucking the road and getting it ready and stuff, but when I rode out there, I was like, oh my gosh. They have done a ton of work out there. It is unbelievable. It's.
The mucking is a little bit more than the roadway itself. There's some land that's adjacent to the road, and this removes a wetland area joining up to the roadway, which makes it more buildable sites in the future. So that was part of the thing.
I've been wanting to get out there, but I was afraid y'all put me on a piece of equipment and I wouldn't get to leave, so. I'm gonna wave at y'all from a distance. Thank y'all very much. All right, next item, appointments. Tax Assessor Board, District 2, Paul McDuffie, term expiring 5/1/2025. This is my appointment, and I would like to, I spoke with Paul, and he said that he wishes to serve another term, so I make the motion that he continue on that board.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary,
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks.
Yes.
All right, item 12 with the county administrator.
Is it interchangeable?
Yeah, I don't know. We might can find out.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. So typically when this happens, especially when they fail a pump test, there's just nothing you can do with these trucks. And so what we've done in the past is auction them off. We take them, they sit out at the county barn, and we put them on Gov Deals. And if they don't sell on Gov Deals, basically what happens is if somebody will come by and offer us a price, we let them take it just to get it off our hands. I think the last fire truck we sold, it was right at $1,000 on Gov Deals. This is engine 11, and Mr. A.B. with Alex Sports Bar and Grill, he's in the process of planning a themed outdoor area for his restaurant. And so Jeremy had initially called me about Mr. A.B. possibly trying to purchase the truck. And so, and it wasn't their idea, it was mine. And so I told him, I said, why don't you let me talk to the commissioners and just see what their inclination may be. For us to get rid of personal property, not real property, personal property, you can dispose of it any way you wish as long as it's in the minutes. So I was just going to ask y'all if y'all would consider giving the fire truck to him, because what his plans are, as long as he follows through with the plans, is that outdoor area is going to be themed in a tribute to Wayne County first responders.
So do we need to write something up on that to make sure that he uses it for that theme or whatever? Andy,
I'm sorry.
if we donate this to him, do we need to have something written up, a contract in between him and ourselves so that we can, I don't know. I mean, the last one sold, I think, for $750, and they were glad to get that out of it, so
I don't think there'd have to be a written memorandum of anything. I mean, we could do like a bill of sale or something like that real quickly, but that would be the only.
okay.
Yeah, we'll at least get $1 out of it then.
Okay, $1.
I asked Fire Chief Huffman what he thought it was worth, Commissioner, and he said $1.50.
There you go, Jason.
I'm surprised the mayor wasn't trying to get it for Scriven.
Nobody told me.
Keep in mind, the pump and the motor are both bad.
And commissioners, keep this in mind, according to the SDS agreement, if we give it to Scriven or Odom, we have to maintain it.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and make the motion that we donate that to Alex Sport Bar and Grill. We got a second. Madam Clerk?
Who seconded that, Mr. Thomas?
Yeah.
All right, Commissioner McCrary,
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins.
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks,
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon.
Yes.
All right, anything else?
Yes, I got two other items, please. The next one is this coming Thursday, May 8th. Our county clerk is graduating from the Public Finance Leadership Academy at the University of Georgia through the Carl Vinson Institute. This is a big deal. As y'all know, when she got accepted to this program, it was, I think I told y'all then that she was just about the only one south of Macon that got in this program. Well, I actually looked at the graduates, and out of 18 graduates, all of them are within 60 miles of Atlanta. It's all the big cities. And Miss Amanda Hanna.
Thank you.
The next one is, and Amanda put this in y'all's spot as well, this is an invitation from the Omaha River Partnership. It's going to be at Plant Hatch on May 15th from 11 to 12:30, and it's hosted by the Southern Company. And you all are invited, and your invitations are at your desk. And that's it.
Okay. Madam Clerk?
Okay, I've got some before I do the financials I wanted to let y'all know about. In y'all's spots, y'all had aging division from Suzanne Corbett. Y'all appointed her to the Aging Authority. She just gave y'all some information for y'all to have for that. Also, Spec gave me, he mentioned y'all about the state track. They met last weekend in Commerce, Georgia, and they came home with 2 state champs. They had 10 to make it to state this year. Aubrey Woods is the new 11 to 12 girls triple standing jump state champion, jumping 7 feet, 1.5 inches. How do you say that? Jabari Vale is the new 6 to 8 boys softball throw state champion, 100 feet, 7 inches. Dravion Bradwell placed 3rd in the 13 to 14 boys 100 meter hurdles. Bella Cohan placed 4th in the 6 to 8 girls running long jump. DJ Nixon placed 4th in the 9 to 10 boys 80 m hurdles. Terrence Ward Jr., they call him Blue, placed 5th in the 6 to 8 boys running long jump. Terrence Norwood placed 7th in the 9 to 10 boys 80 m hurdles. Chloe Blash placed 7th in the 9 to 10 girls 80 m hurdles. Elena Slay placed 8th in the 11 to 12 girls 80 m hurdles. Camden Copeland placed 9th in the boys 9 to 10 80 m hurdles. DJ Nixon placed 9th in the 9 to 10 boys running long jump. And Terrence Norwood placed 12th in the 9 to 10 boys running long. And he said, we would like to thank the coaches and parents for all the hard work and time put into making this possible. Tara Ward, Matthew Fuller, Renata McGriff, and Kenneth Splash. And also, I don't know if y'all saw our Facebook post where we have advertised the boards and authorities appointments that y'all will be appointing coming up in June. They will actually be advertised in the paper on Thursday, but Dawn went ahead and posted it on our Facebook post, and like within 24 hours, I've already got 4 applicants that's willing to serve on some boards and authorities for y'all.
Awesome.
Okay, now on to the finances. The budget review for March 2025, revenues were $2,597,616.33. Expenditures, $2,905,168.81. Some of the departments that were over budgeted was financial administration, 5.85 or 5.84%. That's the countywide insurance claims. Juvenile court, 1.10, office supplies, internet and phone. EMS, 6.82, new software, the annual cost, office supplies, natural gas for generators and heaters. And we didn't have that natural gas hooked up, so that was something new we had to, hook up for those. E911, 1.55%, annual cost for software, annual renewal for, the power phone, and then education and training. Animal control, 3.50%, and that was new software for the, annual cost. And then the funding balances as of April the 30th, 2025, general fund, $4,552,244.91. Lost, $10,736,555.62. SPOS 4, $5,094,734.41. T-SPOS, $5,799,996.38. American Rescue Plan, $1,688,090.44. Revolving Loan Fund, $342,989.53. And then SPOS 5, $2,623,270.02. That's all.
On the SPOS 5, is that,
I saw it too.
is that still a month behind or
Yes.
quarter behind? Okay, so we're really, this is just representative of April or probably?
Well, it's the
March?
fund balance as of April, but your SPOS money runs 1 month behind being deposited into the account.
Yeah, I thought that.
Mhm.
Thank you.
That's all.
That's all. All right, next, items with the commissioners. Mr. Thomas?
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman and members of the board, Administrator, Amanda, Andy, I want to thank y'all for the groundbreaking for the senior citizens. It went very well. I want to thank Drew for the coverage in the newspaper and being there. Everybody's excited, and we're looking forward to moving forward with that. What we got next now? We looking for bids or, okay?
Yes, sir, we'll be getting ready to put out the bids for the foundation and
Okay.
rough-in plumbing.
I've been talking to a few of our local people here. Maybe we need to send them, put their names up there, see if they're interested, see if they're biting.
Absolutely,
But,
absolutely.
we're excited. We're excited about it. And we get it up.
So I'm sorry. Well, I was just gonna say, because Kevin, we're through with the dirt work, right? Yeah, because I rode out there the other day.
Pretty much, so we've got, some details from the drawings that we got done.
Okay.
It takes some tweaking, but yes.
Yeah,
it's pretty much
okay.
So, thank y'all so much.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate you.
I'm sorry that I couldn't make it. I was out of town.
Oh, no.
but I am ecstatic about that.
We had some refreshments afterwards, so I ate one in your name.
I appreciate it. I don't have anything, Chief.
Okay. Commissioner Franks?
I don't have anything.
Okay.
I'd just like to say the numbers that the clerk put together for the Wayne County Sheriff's, the Emergency Medical Service, Fire Department, and County E911. I like seeing these numbers.
Yes.
Okay? I'll
And
continue to do that if y'all want that.
I would just like to point out that January 1 through March 31st, the reason that we needed to spend the money for the ambulance is EMS had 1,166 calls. That's a bunch of calls. And without the proper vehicles or trucks, we can't do that. And if we can't do that, we're hurting the taxpayers of Wayne County. But, thank you for putting those numbers together. I don't have anything, Mr. Chairman.
I agree. And she did say she's gonna start putting those in monthly so we can kinda see it. So if we do get phone calls, we can say how busy they are. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate you getting us all together. I mean, it's a team. We got a coach up here, and he knows what a team is. And if there's one bad link in that team, it doesn't work. And we're well on our way to getting a great team together and getting everything to work in this county just like it's supposed to. Allie's gone. Yeah, she leaves right after her time. But anyway, I just thank all of you for the phenomenal job that y'all are doing trying. I mean, even to it's the little simple things. Even these books that they're giving us now make it so simple for us to be able to look through and find things in the book. And nobody asks them to do it. They just do it because they're part of the team and they want to see all of us prosper and do the best we can, and that's part of it. So thank y'all. With that being said, I don't.
Concur, Mr. Chairman.
Sir?
I concur.
Thank you.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right.
There's no I.
I knew the coach would have something to say about that one. All right, I make a motion that we leave and go into executive session for personnel.
Second.
Who second? Mike.
Tie between Mike and Randy.
Yeah.
All right, Commissioner Hopkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks,
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCrary.
Yes. Motion that we return back into our normal meeting from executive session.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks,
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCreary,
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins.
Yes.
Okay, first things first. Based on preliminary findings from the forensic audit team that we approved last month, is that right? To do the audit, I make a motion that we join forces with the other 4 counties in a unified complaint to the Prosecuting Attorney Qualification Commission and direct the administrator and attorney to work in conjunction with other 4 counties in our district.
I second that.
Okay. Any comments? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Franks,
Yes.
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCreary,
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas.
Yes.
Next item that we discussed was our administrator's annual job performance review. He received superlative on everything that we had. Phenomenal job that he's doing in taking care of the many tasks that he has and the many tasks that have been added on with this new SPLOST 5 being voted on. And I make the motion that we change his salary to $118,387.50. And
second.
this gets him closer in line with the city manager and some others that are doing the same job, but I really feel like his is a lot more.
Well, he's
Intense.
He's still shorter than the city, a couple of grand or more.
Yes, sir, that's correct. So we have a motion and a second, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Gordon,
Yes.
Commissioner McCreary,
Yes.
Commissioner Hopkins,
One of the easiest yeses I've ever said. Yes.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Franks.
Yes.
All right, with that being said, I make a motion that we adjourn.
I second that.
Third, fourth.